Army Special Forces, the Green Berets. Let's start with the granddaddies of American Special Operations, the Green Berets. Officially known as the U.S. Army Special Forces, these guys are often misunderstood. Most people think Special Ops is just about kicking down doors and shooting bad guys. The Green Berets do that, but that's honestly the least interesting thing about them. Their real superpower? Unconventional warfare and foreign internal defense. What does that mean in plain English? Green Berets are trained to go deep into hostile territory, blend in with local populations, learn their language, earn their trust, and then train and organize those locals into a fighting force. They literally build armies from scratch. Each 12-man operational detachment alpha, called an ODA, or simply an A-team, is a self-contained unit of absolute specialists. You've got weapons sergeants, medics, who can perform surgeries in the field, communications experts, and engineers who can build or destroy just about anything. If the military is a scalpel, the Green Berets are the scalpel that was also raised by wolves. Delta Force, America's most secret army unit, or, as the Army quietly calls it, 1st Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta, or SFOD-D. The name alone sounds like a government cover-up, because it basically is. Delta Force was founded in 1977 by Colonel Charles Beckwith, inspired by the British SAS. Their mission? Counter-terrorism, hostage rescue, and direct action at the highest possible level. These are the guys sent to take out high-value targets, the ones you see referenced in classified mission reports and the occasional Hollywood movie. They were involved in the hunt for bin Laden, operations in Iraq and Syria, and more covert missions than we'll ever know about. Selection is brutal. They pull the best from Special Forces, Rangers, and other elite units, then subject them to weeks of grueling physical tests, land navigation in complete isolation, and psychological stress designed to break people. Most candidates don't make it. Delta Force operators are masters of close-quarters battle, sniping, intelligence gathering, and operating in deep cover. They can blend in as civilians, conduct surveillance, and eliminate a target before anyone even knows they were there. The U.S. government officially doesn't comment on their operations, which honestly just makes them cooler. Navy SEALs, the most famous warriors in the world, arguably the most recognizable special operations force on the planet, thanks to movies, books, and about 1,000 podcasts. But the fame is earned. SEAL training, specifically BUD/S, Basic Underwater Demolition/SEAL Training, is widely considered the hardest military training program in the world, and the centerpiece of BUD/S is Hell Week. 5.5 days of continuous operations with a total of about 4 hours of sleep, cold water, constant physical stress, sleep deprivation, and psychological pressure designed to make you quit. Around 75 to 80% of candidates ring the bell and drop out. The ones who make it, they become masters of direct action raids, special reconnaissance, counter-terrorism, and maritime operations. SEALs can operate underwater, halo jump from 35,000 feet, or fast rope from a helicopter, sometimes all in the same mission. But here's what people don't talk about enough. SEALs spend enormous time on intelligence gathering and reconnaissance. Getting eyes on a target before the raid is half the mission. Oh, and then there's SEAL Team 6. SEAL Team 6, Tier 1 operators. If regular SEALs are elite, SEAL Team 6, officially called the Naval Special Warfare Development Group, or DevGRU, is elite squared. These are the guys who conducted Operation Neptune Spear in 2011, the raid that killed Osama bin Laden. DEVGRU is a Tier 1 unit, meaning they operate with near unlimited resources, full autonomy, and access to intelligence that most of the military will never see. They're not just SEALs. They're the best SEALs, further selected, further trained, and operating at a level that makes regular special ops look like a warm-up. Their focus? The most sensitive counter-terrorism missions on Earth, hostage rescues in the most denied environments, raids on the most fortified targets, the things that can't fail. DevGRU and Delta Force are often compared. Both are Tier 1, both are incredibly secretive, and both report directly through the Joint Special Operations Command, or JSOC. If the U.S. has a problem that cannot under any circumstances go wrong, these are the two numbers they call. The 75th Ranger Regiment, America's premier raid force. While Delta and DevGRU are surgical scalpels, the 75th Ranger Regiment is a very fast, very precise sledgehammer. Rangers are the U.S. Army's premier direct action raid force. 3 battalions of highly trained light infantry, capable of deploying anywhere in the world within 18 hours of notification. Their signature mission: airfield seizure. Rangers are trained to parachute into hostile territory, sometimes under fire, seize an airfield, and hold it long enough for follow-on forces to land. It's one of the hardest things you can ask a fighting force to do, and Rangers do it with terrifying efficiency. But they're not just paratroopers. Rangers conduct raids, personnel recovery, and support Tier 1 units like Delta and DevGru on complex operations. Think of them as the muscle that kicks the door open so the surgeons can do their work. Ranger School is one of the most demanding leadership courses in the world. The tab on a Ranger's shoulder means something. It means they've been cold, starving, sleep-deprived, and kept going anyway. Special Operations, combat controllers, and PJs. When people think Special Ops, they usually think Army or Navy. But the Air Force has operators who are every bit as elite and criminally underrated. Combat controllers, or CCTs, are Air Force Special Operators embedded with ground teams. Their job: call in airstrikes with pinpoint precision while under fire, control airspace in denied environments, and coordinate the entire air-to-ground picture in real time. They're essentially human air traffic controllers who also fight. Their motto: first there, then there are the pararescuemen, PJs. These might be the most underappreciated warriors in the entire U.S. military. PJs go through one of the longest special operations pipelines in existence, over 2 years of training, to become combat rescue specialists. They parachute, dive, and fight their way to wounded personnel in the most hostile environments imaginable, provide advanced trauma care, and get them out alive. Their motto says it all: that others may live. Marine Raiders and Psychological Operations. We can't wrap up without mentioning the Marine Raiders, officially Marine Special Operations Command, or MARSOC. The Marines entered the Special Operations world more recently, but the Raiders have quickly earned their place alongside the best. Direct action, special reconnaissance, and working with partner forces, all in the most austere environments on Earth. And then there are the less flashy, but equally vital Special Operations Forces, psychological operations units that shape the information environment, convincing enemy fighters to surrender before a shot is fired, and civil affairs teams that stabilize regions after conflict, building relationships that prevent the next war from happening in the first place. Special Operations isn't just about violence. It's about precision, knowing when to fight, when to talk, and when to disappear.